Hey everyone, my name is Kayla and today we're going to chat about cloth diapers.
What?
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to start to chat about cloth diapers. Today's video is going to be about how to get started. Where do you begin? What do you do if you're interested in cloth diapering but you don't know? How do I start? What do I do? I'm going to talk about that all today. I'm hoping to do a couple of different cloth diapering videos in the future, kind of my cloth diapering routine. My sweet baby is, if you hear chattering, my sweet little one, Renly, is right down here playing while we do this video. But I'm going to do one about pros and cons of cloth diapering in general, my routine with cloth diapering, and then comparing a couple different brands of cloth diapers together, which I'm really excited to do all of that. But today we're going to talk about how to get started. You're like, wait, I'm interested, I want to save the money, I want to save my baby's skin, but what do I do? Where do I start? So we're going to talk about today. Okay, so let's start. First things first, do some research because there is a bunch of different brands that do cloth diapers. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos like this trying to figure out what type I liked because there's several different types and it kind of depends on what your goal for cloth diapering is. If you want to do it full time, if you only want to do it at home, if you're wanting to do it overnight or you're wanting to just do it during the day, all of those different things kind of change what kind of cloth diapers you want to get and what kind of brand, because there's different brands that make different types and stuff like that. So start off by just watching some YouTube videos, doing some research, looking into different brands and types that fit your lifestyle, and just deciding for you, at least in this, because you might change your mind as things go on, what you're thinking cloth diapering will look like for you, and picking a brand or a type that fits that lifestyle. So for me, I really liked the Genuis ones, and I'll talk about the different types in a future video later on, but I like these because he's just chattering away, because they were super easy to start with because they have two inserts. You don't have to like shove anything in anywhere, and you just fold over and you're ready to go. So for me, diving into it for the first time and not really knowing what it was going to look like and how often I'd want to do it, if I was just going to do it at home or if I was going to do it at outings and at home, I thought this was a good start for me, and I do really like them. They're easy to wash, easy to fold, easy to use. So if you're not really sure where to start, I do recommend these. And Genuis has a couple different types. This one, I'll link down below. It's a specific type, and I just find it very easy, especially for first timers, because you literally just fold it and go. But I love these, but then as we got more into cloth diapering and I realized that I wanted to do it more than just at home, I wanted to try to venture out and do it when we were doing smaller outings, I then looked into Noras Nursery, which is this type here, and they make really cute ones. I really love the different, I don't have any of the cute ones out right now, but I love the cute styles they do. But these you do have to stuff with I'll pull it out, a bamboo insert. So every time you wash them, like say this is a dirty diaper, you would pull this out and wash both of those pieces in the same washing machine, but separately. You pull that out first, and then when they come out, then you have to restuff them and fold them. So it is a little bit more of a hassle, but it's more convenient for overnight use because you can do multiple inserts in it to make it a little bit more, be able to absorb more, as well as for outings, it's just nice to have more types and more convenient to, even though taking it apart and putting it together is more difficult for washing, it does hold better because of the way that these are built, which I'll again talk about later in a different video. But just do some research, figure out what works for what you're wanting to do, and then you can always buy more or try something else later on, but just look a little bit into it because there's a bunch of different types, and they work for a bunch of different reasons, and so look into them. Secondly, decide how much laundry you want to do. Pick how many diapers you think would be good, and this kind of just depends on, again, how much laundry, loads of laundry you want to do a day. I have about, I started with about 12 diapers, and then I bought a pack of the Noras Nursery, which had 6 in them, I think. 6 or 7? 7. They had 7. So I'm at about 19 diapers now, and I love that amount, but with 12 I was good too. I just did a load every morning. I would do a load from our overnight diapers and whatever diapers in the evening that I had done, and then I did a load every evening, like afternoon after dinner, just so that I would have plenty and never was at a point that I was worried I'd run out of clean diapers. But even with 12, I probably could have just done a load a day and would have been fine. I just like to stay on top of it and wash every time I had about 3 to 4 diapers dirty. But it just depends on how much laundry you want to do. You honestly could get by probably with 6 to 8 of them as long as you did a couple loads a day. Whereas now with 19, I do about 1 load a day. I still do 2 more because I just don't like them sitting around, but I could easily do 1 load a day or even 1 load every other day with the amount that I have. And it is convenient because if I do get behind, I have extras. But if you're wanting to save money and just do a little bit more laundry, you definitely can do less. So just kind of think about that and how many diapers you're going to change, how much laundry you have to do in comparison to that, and figure out what number makes sense for you. Third, decide if you want the sprayer. I will link that down below as well. It's a little nozzle that connects to your toilet and has a very powerful spray to spray off poopy diapers. If you're planning on breastfeeding, you don't really need to spray off poopy diapers because breast milk and breast milk poops are water soluble. But if it's really chunky or really gross, it is really nice to spray them and clean them off because it gets a lot of it off so that when you throw it in the washing machine, it's just a little bit of a stain rather than a full-on poopy diaper, which is convenient and helps with staining. I honestly don't use it that often. She doesn't have huge, massive poops very often. They're kind of just smaller ones. So you kind of can decide for yourself. But if you're wanting to continue cloth diapering, which I would recommend past 6 months, and you're going to be giving your baby food, then you're going to want to have that sprayer because I'm not there yet, but I have heard the poops change consistency a lot when you throw food into the mix. So having the sprayer, I would recommend. It's not a must-have depending on your plan for cloth diapering, but it is convenient just to have on hand, and they're like, I think it's like $20 on Amazon. I'll link that below as well. But I would recommend purchasing one and having that on hand, and it's just convenient for cleaning off even like spit up messes or blowout diapers. You just spray it right into your toilet and it makes things a little bit easier. 4, I highly recommend looking used first, which sounds super gross. Looking for used diapers, what? But a lot of parents buy high-end, expensive cloth diapers and then decide they don't want to do it. They have a baby, they start disposable using, and then they're like, wait a minute, this sounds like a lot of work, and so they don't ever try it, or they only do it once or twice. So start looking on Facebook Marketplace, or I never looked on Craigslist, but maybe you could, but just any local used buy, sell, market type of things. A lot of times people are selling them and they've never even used them or very briefly used them and they have no issues with them. And you can save a lot of money doing that. I bought, I have my little pack of some of my diapers here. I bought a whole bunch of Genuis, these types that have that I showed the 2 folds. And I believe it was like $50 and I got my pack of the 12 of them, which Genuis are amazing, but they are really expensive new. I think it's like $200 for 8 of them. I don't know. I looked at buying more recently and it was too expensive, but they had never been used. The mom had bought them and then decided not to collect diaper, and so she was selling them because she wanted to get rid of them, and I got a super good deal. And I see those on Facebook Marketplace all the time. So if you just keep your eye out for some used ones that have been very lightly or not used at all, you can save a lot of money doing that. So I would recommend taking a peek. Next up, I highly recommend having disposables on hand even if you plan on cloth diapering for 2 reasons. 1, when baby's first born, you do not want to start with cloth diapers because meconium poops are next level and you do not want to have to deal with tar-like poops in your cloth diapers. It stains more, it's harder to clean, and it would not be a great way to start cloth diapering. I think it'd be a little bit overwhelming, and everyone I've talked to that cloth diapers recommends this as well. So start with disposables for the first week or 2 or until your baby's poop is the breast milk poop and is very not tarry anymore. But also, I in general love to have some disposables on hand. I rarely use them, but if I'm running behind on laundry, we have a lot of errands to run, I'll switch over to disposables, or I just like knowing that I have them on hand just in case I do run behind on laundry and we run out of cloth diapers or anything like that. It's just good to have, even if I don't ever need them. It kind of eases my mind so that if I'm like, oh, I only have 2 diapers left, I don't have to panic and be like, okay, it's gonna be an hour before the laundry's done and dried, and like, are we gonna be able to get a diaper before baby needs it, kind of thing. So even though I rarely need them, other than sometimes it is nice if I'm gonna be like, okay, I have 15 errands to run today, we're just gonna switch to disposables because I won't have time to come home and do laundry. Or if I just to ease my mind, it's nice to have a couple disposables on hand And so yeah, I recommend that. But everyone's different again. But at least when you start, I would recommend, because if you get overwhelmed one day and you're like, I don't have to worry about laundry, I just had a baby, I want to sit for a little bit and just do easy diapers, or it's a long night and you don't want to, just having the option to switch is very convenient if you do feel a little overwhelmed one day. Okay, doing a nursing break while we talk. Another thing I had some of but didn't really prepare for and wish I had had more of, wet bags. Have them, have plenty of them. They are super convenient because if you're going out and about and doing cloth diapers, being able to grab one of these, or even two if you're gonna be out for a while, and throw them in your bag just to be able to pop the wet, dirty diaper in here, zip it up so it doesn't smell anything, keeps all the mess inside, is super convenient. And middle of the night diapers, just throwing it in there so you don't have it sitting on your floor is really nice. So I have a couple different kinds. You can get them on Amazon and they're awesome. You can also get them, Noras Nursery has a couple really cute ones. One thing I love about the wet bags is they have this little hook you can unhook or rehook, and it's really convenient because whereas Disposables you can just throw in like a garbage bag you have next to it, this is obviously is harder to just keep open, because to keep accessible to throw diapers in. But I will hook this on one of the knobs on my daughter's dresser, and then whenever I have a dirty diaper, it's right there just like a trash can, and I throw it in and zip it up and then open it if I have to throw another one in later on. So it makes it really easy and not as much of a hassle as keeping a bag just laying around all the time. So I'll usually hook one of them on my daughter's dresser, one of the knobs, and then one of them out in the living room. We have like a diaper a diaper little basket set up with cloth diapers and wipes, and I'll hook one on there just so that I have them accessible. And then I try to keep one opens and ready if I need to do an outing so I can throw it in the diaper bag. So have a couple of those on hand because they're really convenient. And when you do wash your diapers, like if you fill a bag, then you want to empty all the diapers out into the washing machine and then throw this in there as well. So if you have two of them washing, it's nice to have an extra one or two on hand just so that you don't have to just have dirty diapers laying around. I swear we're gonna have a nursing break every video I do. Just part of my style, look, theme, I don't know. Part of my YouTube channel, nursing on the regular. So say you figured out what type of cloth diapering you're thinking of trying, you figured out what kind of diapers you want to get, you've got them in, and now you are ready to have them ready for baby. I'm gonna flap her down right here. What do you do? So say you got them used or ordered them online, this is how they will come in. Like that. All of the brands that I have seen at least are like that. They have these 2 button options here and a little button that goes on them. So once you get them in, you want to get them ready for baby. So the really cool thing about cloth diapers is you can use them at any stage of diapering. They have different ones and different sizes you can buy, but the ones that I've gotten all are one size fits all. So, hi, are you talking? Yeah. So you get them in, and for the newborn insert, you're going to want to grab this top button and connect it to this. So after you go ahead and do it, and so that's the like newborn option. And then as they get bigger, so Renly right now, she is 3 months and 12 pounds, so I've switched her to the second setting. So you just fold those 3 over and button them in whatever setting fits your baby, and then once they're bigger, you open it all the way up and then use the full diaper. But it's really nice because you don't have to buy different sizes. It's a one size fits all, so you just size it down or up depending on your baby's size as they grow and when they're born. So after you getting your diapers, you're going to want to set it to the newborn setting, so it's going to look like that, where you clip it all the way down, and then again just fold it or stuff it depending on what. So this will work for a newborn, and I was worried that it was going to be too big. My daughter was 6 pounds 11 ounces when she was born. I actually have a birth story if you want to see that. I'll link that down below as well. She was 6 pounds 11 ounces at birth, and I started cloth diapering when she was about 2 weeks old, and she was right at 7 pounds, and these fit her perfectly. No leaking, anything. The elastic around the thighs is awesome, and so on the newborn setting, it worked for her at 7 pounds. So you can discern what time frame is best for you to start doing it, but at 2 weeks old, I was like, let's give it a try. I was a little nervous, and then I fell in love with it. The same thing with these, the ones that you stuff. You just grab the diaper, the little button, and clip it at whatever setting your baby's at and go down the line. And it's really convenient because, again, you don't have to buy different sizes. Just as you realize, wow, this is a little bit harder to buckle, let me just move it to the next setting, then you go. And so they're supposed to work until you potty train baby. They have extra big ones if your baby is chunkier and you end up needing to buy a different size, but most of the time this fits for all sizes, which I love. Okay, my last tip for getting started is just don't put stress on yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself. This is a whole new thing. You're already figuring out a new baby and a new lifestyle, being a mom or a parent. So just dive in slowly, do what's best for you. Figure out what works for you. Ease in if you want to just, you know, your baby's a week old and you're like, let's try it just for a couple hours during the day and see how we think, like how we like it. Just begin, and if you don't like it, you don't, and that's okay. There's a lot you're figuring out as a parent, and if you do, like me, I was really nervous to start. I was really passionate about it before having baby, but then when Renly was born, I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to do this. And then I started and realized not only how much I loved it, but how much she loved it. She used to scream at diaper changes and had a lot of problems with the diapers aggravating her skin. Once we switched to cloth diapers, it completely went away. She literally loves diaper changes now. It's kind of funny. And I really enjoyed it. It was not as much it's not as much work as I was worried it was going to be. It was not as hard as I was scared that I was committing to it being. But I didn't put the pressure on myself. We switched to disposables when we went out and about until I felt ready to do cloth out and about. We still did disposables anytime we're out of town. Just ease in with what you're most comfortable with, or don't. But don't put too much pressure on yourself. And remember, you can just buy a couple and see what you think, and always buy more later if you do love it. And if you don't, that's okay too. But I hope that this was helpful, just giving you some tips on how to get started and look into it. But overall, just give yourself grace in whatever you decide to do, because parenting is amazing and hard and incredible, and no matter the choice you make, as long as it's what's best for you and your baby, that's what matters. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful and you enjoyed my little insight into cloth diapering. Please let me know down below if you have any questions about anything, but specifically cloth diapering related. I'm hoping to do, again, a video comparing the two different brands that I like to use, as well as some pros and cons on cloth diapering in general. So let me know if you're interested in seeing those videos, or what else you're interested in seeing, any questions you have. And I hope that you have an incredible day. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your cloth diapering journey. And I would love to know down below if you've tried it, if you're thinking about trying it, what you're interested, why you're trying it, any of your experience or tips and tricks that you've learned. I hope that you have a great day. Please subscribe and let me know all the things. And check out my other videos. Bye. Talk to you soon.